Whether you have aspirations of being the very best or just want to get a little bit better than you are right now, we all want to improve our performance in PvP. I've set very high goals for myself, especially in Destiny, and I work really hard to achieve them. I've learned techniques other people use to improve their performance, and I figured out what works best for me personally. A lot of these things can be pretty time consuming, and at the end of the day, you'll have to figure out how important improving really is to you when it comes down to making the time for things like this. So without further ado, this is what I do to try and improve. Record your footage. Record all of it, especially your very worst matches. It may be tempting to delete and or never ever watch a match you embarrassed yourself and shamed your entire family in, but believe me, I can tell you from vast experiences of terrible matches, these are where you're going to learn the most. If you listen to nothing else I say in this video, listen to this. Your mistakes are the most valuable part of any gameplay you have ever recorded. Sure, it feels good to watch that sick headshot 311 times, but what did you learn watching that? You might see some things you did right, and that's great, but you knew you did it right when you did it. So how about that time you sprinted into a room, shotgun at the ready, and found 3 people staring you down, destroying you with their palindromes? When you sat down scope too long and you got flanked for it? Or you went to flank someone and they baited you around a corner to drop you? Every single mistake you make when you play a competitive game is an opportunity to eradicate that very same mistake from your play from then on. Really study what you did, what your opponent did, and figure out why they were more successful than you. Make a mistake once, hey, it happens. You keep making the same mistake and you have no one to blame but yourself. Which brings me to my next point. 99 out of 100 times, it was not the game's fault that you just died. Yeah, sometimes you get screwed over by someone with a bad connection or a hit doesn't register, blah blah blah. It happens. But most times when you die, it's due to something that could have been avoided if you just played better. That might sound harsh, but hey, competition is harsh. No one else is going to let up on you, and you should be the same way with yourself. Never let up on yourself. You just went 30 and 8? Hey, good match. Learn what you did wrong 8 different times to get yourself killed. It doesn't matter if I won, if I lost, if I had a kill death of 8 or a kill death of 0.2, I come out of a match at least a little bit upset with myself. That feeling drives you to be better. Another important thing is to experiment with techniques you might not be comfortable with. Yeah, you might suck with it for a while, maybe you'll suck with it forever, but at least play with it enough to get an understanding of its strengths and of its weaknesses, because I guarantee you there are people out there good at anything and everything. If you at least have a basic understanding of what it is they're doing, you have a much better chance at being tactically aware enough to counter it. And lastly, have some fun. Get into a flow. Playing a match of Crucible to me feels like I'm making music. That might sound weird to say, but it's the best way I can describe it. Really get into the feel of a match. Don't think about what you're doing, just do. You'll be surprised, the less often you sit and think up a plan, the more often you find you have a plan that works out pretty well. Use your instincts, use your gut, make music. That's all I've got for this video. There's definitely other techniques out there to help improve your gameplay, and if you want to share some of them, feel free to do so in the comment section. If you liked this thing you just watched, maybe subscribe. If not, make sure you tell your friends that I suck. And as always, thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.